Please, everyone gather round. I've got an announcement to make. Down the trumpets. Listen closely. A long, long time ago was a girl named...
Hello, and welcome to Wimpy. We Improv makes podcast for you. I'm your host, Jake Jabor. This is Season 2, Episode 2. And again, I'm going to apologize probably in all 4 episodes for taking so long to get this out. Yeah, I feel bad about it, but that doesn't help anybody. But know that I apologize to my guests and to the audience. And in the last episode, I said, hey, if you haven't heard this before, here's what it is. It's a talk show format with a little monologue, then an interview. And then instead of a musical guest, we have an improv team. I said a we improv team. And then immediately the next episode is not a we improv team. It is a team from Iceland. I will not attempt to pronounce the Icelandic name, but it translates to the beautiful people. So we have improv from the beautiful people, and we have an interview from a Icelandic improviser who I know from the Meet Improv when we took our European trip. She was kind enough to host us and help us. And give me 1 second while I listen to her name and then try and repeat it. Björk, Guõmundsdottir. I know that that's bad, and I apologize. I gave it a shot, and I'll get better. That's what this whole thing is about, is getting better. I was talking with somebody yesterday about how I was listening back to episodes, and it was really hard because I could hear how nervous I was, and I continue to be nervous. And I thought, well, I could chop up the interviews and take out all the stumbles and stutters and ums and uhs. Or I could see if AI could fix it, or I could let it be the messy human experience that it is. Maybe that's a cop-out because I'm lazy, but I also feel like it'll be a nice marker in my experience, and if I ever come to listen to this again, maybe on my deathbed when I don't know anyone or can't remember anything, then I'll get to hear how it started and how it ended. I think something that I'll be really quick about that I wanted to sort of talk about is letting go. I rambled on a lot about this. It's also in my Substack, jakejabor.substack.com. Yuck, a plug. But that's where my focus has been, on the idea that my improv and my life is more comfortable when I feel like I can let go of trying to control it one way or the other. I think improv has taught me that I don't get to control the scene. I just get to be a part of it. And that is true on the micro level and the macro level. Specific improv scenes, the larger improv scene, my life. And I think that's an awesome thing. I get to be surprised and participate. And I hope that if you're interested in improv, if you're improvising, or if you're doing anything creative, you try it. You try to let go a little bit and see what happens. It doesn't have to be frustrating. It doesn't have to be done a certain way. Every experience will lead you to the next one. So I think you're really going to enjoy this episode. It's awesome. Björk is great, and the beautiful people did one of the funniest scenes involving sort of meta improv listening back to it, I was just so tickled, I guess. It was great. Thank you for listening. Shout out to Lisa Gilroy for the music, as always. Shout out to Music Radio Creative. They are the website, the business that I got some presets from that has helped with the sound. And shout out to the Anti-Recidivism Coalition and the National Day Labor Organizing Network. Check out those websites if you want to help out people who helped with the fires in Los Angeles. I was going to plug something else that I don't really have permission to plug, and I can't remember what it was. Check out the Z Suite on Tubi. A friend of mine is in that show, and Anna Betzaler. And I just want to say that it was the coolest thing in the world to see someone who had such a sharp and strong comedic voice hone it and continue to believe in it and get to see it in so many different ways in her life, in her improv, in her teaching, and now in her acting. So if you're looking for a little inspiration, an encouragement to keep doing what you find to be funny, check out the Z Suite. I hope I can tell people to check that out, even though Tubi didn't pay me. All right. Please enjoy the episode. Thanks.
Please, everyone gather round.
Actor, improviser, burgeoning stand-up comedian, and second most famous Björk in Iceland.
Yeah.
And if I wanted to embarrass myself by pronouncing your last name, I would say, how would I say it?
So if you want to say my first name correctly, it's actually not Björk. It's Björk.
Björk.
Almost.
Okay.
Almost got it.
Okay.
And then my second name is Guõmundsdottir.
Okay.
Guð.
Mund.
Dottir.
Stoftis. Björk.
Guõmundsdottir.
Guðmundsdottir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost.
Okay, this is an audio podcast, so people can't see your face, but you're being generous by saying almost.
You can practice for a week, and then it's like, I think then it's good.
Okay, I'll practice for a week, and then I'll dub over this with a better pronunciation. So. When was your first introduction to improv? Was it in Iceland? Was it in the States?
It was actually in Iceland. So there was this woman called Dóra Jóhannsdóttir who started improv in Iceland. And I just remembered, like, I tried 3 times to get into the University of Arts in Iceland. So, like, the second time I got a no, I was like, fuck, I need to be able to do mistakes without being so much in my head. And then she just recently started teaching improv in Iceland. So I just went to that improv class, and I think it's the most grateful no I've ever gotten in my life, because when I got into the drama school, I was actually much better at, like, taking or like doing mistakes and stuff, because I had already been doing improv for such a long time. So
wow,
it was, yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just like, it's something that I think about all the time now. Like, sometimes when you get a no, it's such a good, like, redirection in your life, and I'm just like always when I get a no from auditions, I'm like, there's something better coming. It's all gonna be okay, Björk.
So I didn't know that. So you sought it out because you had gotten a no applying for a program.
Yeah.
And what made you? What did you know about improv that made you go like, oh, I'll do an improv class. This will help.
I didn't know anything about long form improv. I had only done like some improv in high school, like I don't know what you call it, theater sport or something. Yeah, like short form improv, and I really loved that. But I had no clue that there was anything called like long form improv until I took that class, and I really fell in love with it. Like not straight away. I was like, I suck. This is so hard. Like who, what, where? I can't get this into my head.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Are you having the same feeling with stand-up now? Does it feel like?
Yeah, I think I just have to remind myself that you need the reps. You just need to make all the mistakes. You need to suck at first. And then after 10 years, you're like, why was I even scared doing this?
Yeah.
It only takes 10 years, man.
Just a short 10 years. What do you think? Because Iceland, I feel like, has a really strong reputation for improv. And what do you think it is about Iceland or it is about improv that like, it's really like connected, or y'all have connected with it, and it continues to. I mean, we were saying like, it's been 7 years, I think, or something since I've been out there, but it's you just had. I follow your Instagram account, and it's like it's a strong community. Like, what do you think is driving that?
I think, like at first when improv came to Iceland, we always thought it would be like a bubble that was going to burst because we are such a small community, and it makes no sense that every Wednesday we have like a sold out show because people just love it. They keep on coming again and again. I think because we have such a strong, we have so good teachers that just keep on educating themselves. Like we just went out to LA recently to re-educate ourselves as we were 15 people or something that meant we were all staying in the same house. It was crazy. But I think it's just because we are a small and tight community, and everybody is like, there's no competition or anything like that. We want this to flourish, and we look at it as like a team sport. And did I answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. So because I think you're right, or what I noticed is proportionally, there's 15 of you, because Iceland is smaller. It's like, that's a much larger percentage of people who are doing it, even though 15 is like compared to Los Angeles, where it's like Los Angeles feels like a hub for long form improv, but we have 4 million people or whatever in the city. So it's like, I don't know, a couple thousand doing it is really nothing. Has it been the same group for the most part? Does it get bigger? Does it get smaller?
It's like there are always more and more people coming into, like, we have auditions every year, and I think it's rejuvenating. I don't know how to say it, like
rejuvenating.
Rejuvenating. There you go. Really fast, and there's a lot of people in Iceland really love improv, and we recently are trying out to have teams. like you do in LA and New York.
Yeah.
And that's going really great. So, but we always had like, there was only like 20 people who were showcasing each Wednesday. And then we had like maybe 10 to 14 people that were in like split into teams performing like on Wednesdays. So, but now recently, because the group has gotten much bigger, now we're trying out to have teams and stuff. So I really love that as well, because then you can like grow something bigger and do some experiments with your group and stuff. So
that's it. That's so cool. So do you feel like recently it's gotten bigger? Like it was kind of the same size for a while and now it's recently gotten bigger?
Yeah, I think that we have like a artistic director that like the artistic director before, S02E02, she really tried out this form of having teams and stuff. And I think it was like a correct step, or like a right step to the right direction.
Yes.
But I feel like the community wasn't ready for it, but then it got bigger, and Håkon became an artistic director who is now an artistic director at Improv Iceland, and I feel like the community has grown a lot. So now we are ready to try out the teams again. Yeah.
And do you have a model for that? Are you kind of improvising how you're doing teams and stuff like that? Like you're in uncharted territory. What does that look like? How does that come together?
I think it's going great. It's okay. And also like the audience members are trying. They are also like, like they are also experimenting. Like they're not used to having teams. So, but I think it's always good to try something new, and I think it's good for I feel like the community is getting stronger because we can work on specific things, doing forms and doing something new. So. I think, What was your question again?
I was just curious about like you're doing teams for the first time. So like, are you going like, well, this is how New York is doing it, or this is a model that we're using, or are you kind of like maybe modeling it after something that isn't improv, that you're like, well, in theater, you might do it this way. Like, is there... how much of it is planned out and how much of it is kind of like sitting around and just trying stuff out?
I feel like we're doing it like LA is doing it. Because there's also like a house team that performs much more than the other ones. So it's kind of half Icelandic, half LA. It's like a mix of everything.
Okay, great. Well, so I guess for me and maybe people who are unfamiliar with Iceland or the size of it, like, are you running into people signing up for classes that you know outside of the improv community? Are you getting strangers? When you say it's growing, is it like, oh, these are people I know that are finally trying it, or these are people I don't know, or they're people who have come to watch a bunch of times? Like, where are the new people coming from who are signing up and trying it out?
I think it's just like a word of mouth, because Iceland is so small, and then like there so many people. Like I'm teaching a carpenter in a class right now, and he is telling his carpenter friends, and I think it's just like spreading. It's like a improv bacteria going through Iceland. Like,
okay, great. So how often are you teaching?
I'm teaching now like once a week or something like that.
Okay, great. How is that experience?
It's great. I love it. I really love it. I was teaching like kids like acting, and I was like, I think this is not for me. But teaching grown-ups improv is something I'm really passionate about. I really love it.
And what are some kind of like I don't know, takeaways that you've had to like? How has it changed your relationship to improv as an improviser? Have you learned anything from teaching it, or what have you learned? And like, I guess start there. Yeah. Like how has teaching it changed the way you improvise, or, yeah.
I think it's just like with everything you do, it's like always go back to the basics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you learn so much from beginners, and you learn like how I think I've learned like how important it is to just like explore the base reality and the relationships you're having in the improv scene. And I think that's just you're always learning something new by going back to the basics.
Yeah, I was recently talking because I've got a lot of people recently who've never taken improv before, and they're taking their first improv class, and I've noticed this thing where the more you improvise, the more confident you get, but the more you're also trying to sort of like thread a needle of like, this is the direction I think that this scene can go if we do these things, right? But when you start, you don't really have the self-confidence, but you are being, for the most part, totally open, and maybe you don't feel like you're being truthful, but it's hard not to be truthful when you're starting out, because you just have to like say something. You don't know, you haven't done it enough to know what saying this will do or saying that will do. And so it's trying to like marry those two things of like, when you have the experience and the self-confidence, returning to those basics of like, what would you say in this situation? Like, the beginning improv workshops I've been teaching have been so fun, because I also get people who have a lot of experience, but are coming from other schools, and I'll watch them on stage with someone who's never done it before and somebody who's done it a lot. And the person who's done it a lot is like, oh, well, I'll do it this way, which will kind of push the scene in a certain direction. But the person who's never done it before is just responding in the moment. And so you get this really like fun discovery of the experienced person being like, I did not expect that. And it's like, oh, that's kind of what we like about improv, is not expecting that.
Yeah, I think that's so accurate. Just like, I feel like the more you do improv, the more you think you know, and the more you want to like control the scene almost. And then you go back to like, okay, like then you like stop using your like crutches or something that you're always like doing, and then you want to explore like, how can I look at improv a new way, and like let go of where I think the scene is going.
Yeah.
Because when you know the rules, you really want to, you're just like, I know where the scene is going, but it's so much fun to just be in the moment, just completely letting go of everything you think is going to happen.
Yeah. I've been telling people like, I've been doing this for 15 years, and the percentage of scenes that have gone the way I thought they were going to go is 0. And like, that's what I want, is like, I don't want to ever do a scene where it's like, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen next. And then after that, like, that takes the suspense out of it for me a little bit. That takes the like, this is why I'm doing this, is because it is unpredictable, without the stakes of real life, without being like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen, and it could really fuck my day up or whatever. This is like, I don't know what's going to happen, and it'll be over in 15 minutes anyway. So who cares?
Yeah.
What do you find people are in regards to that, of like letting go and stuff like that? what do you think people are coming to improv for now that it's gotten bigger and stuff like that? Like, what are they getting out of it? If you can, I'm asking you to assume what other people are getting out of it, or maybe yourself, that has a carpenter coming and taking improv classes.
Well, I just recently asked the group I'm teaching, and the main answer was just like the joy and connecting to the child within, like just letting go of all the worries. And I think, just because it's so much fun, it's so addictive. And I think we don't play enough in life. So I think it's just like finding the joy in improv. It's the best.
I love that. And, I don't want to harp on it too much, but because improv is because Iceland is a smaller, you have a smaller population you're working with. I find in Los Angeles, a lot of people do it to find community, right? They've come out to Los Angeles and it feels overwhelming. And it's like, here's a place that is, like you said, bringing out your inner child. And sometimes the easiest way to connect with somebody is through play. And kind of being like, we're just going to play. And you don't have to be athletic to do this, or it doesn't actually require that you have a certain level of education. Like you can just kind of come in and be yourself. And that part of like, taking things too seriously and getting a chance to play, I think, is what I see as vital to improv and what makes it so wonderful. And also something I think that like, Los Angeles maybe struggles with, because it is can be such a scene as like, you need this to add to your resume or your skill set for being in a creative city where there are creative careers and things like that. Do you have, have you noticed any similarities or differences between coming out here to Los Angeles and watching improv and improvising versus what's happening in Iceland?
Yeah, I feel like when I was, because I actually did like a 101 to 301 in New York, and then I did some classes in LA as well. I feel like there is more of a competition, like between people. And I think when there's competition inside a team, I think it just doesn't work. Yeah. Because it's like a team sport. So as soon as you're competing with your partner, I think it's there. You can always feel it. There's something off, Yes. So I think that's the main difference. In Iceland, it's not. I feel like in LA, improv is more like between actors, at least, because I was playing with some actors as well in LA. It's more of like, you have to have this to make it in this business. But I think it's more in Iceland, it's more about like fun, community, and just like playing around. And because also we are much fewer. Like it's not as crazy, I guess. It's like much more of like a competition.
People are gonna think that I am picking my guests based on their points of view so that I can get similar responses, because I think that's kind of like that's been a big thing for me, is like trying to figure out a way to make improv feel less of that need to do this for something else, or that you're competing with the person on your team. And talking to people from different communities has been real enlightening to be like, oh yeah, that is like, there is this, not that I thought I was crazy, but sort of being like, I think it might just be enough to have this thing that we're all able to come and show up and do and play and things like that. And so hearing that is like, yeah. And I guess the two things as your team is starting to roll in, and then we'll move into the team portion of it. Is there anything that you are? Oh, sorry. The first is, how are you thinking about that when you're putting teams together and stuff and growing that? Have you thought about how to do that in a way that continues to sort of lift up the idea of like, we're all coming together to play, while also sort of going like, we're going to put these people in this group and maybe these people play more together. Have you thought about that as y'all do that?
So right now it's just like, there's nobody putting together the teams. Like the teams, they are like choosing to play together, and then we audition. So that is so much fun, because then you're just playing with your friends.
Yeah.
I love that. There is, of course, like there is a house team that is like put together by the artistic director, and then there's like a team that's like, you have like Lloyd, and then what again?
Harold and Lloyd.
Yeah, so there's like a Herald team as well that is put together. But aside from that, that's just like, you can choose who you want to improvise with. And that's been so joyful and so much fun.
I love that. Incredible. So my last question, what I always try and end with is like, is there an idea around improv or a concept you've been thinking about lately? Or something that's held your attention that you're interested in? For example, for me recently, it's the idea that like, if I'm playing with new people, their style of play is what's unknown to me. So I probably want to pick scenes that feel a little bit more familiar, that are scenes in our reality, that are things that, driving in a car with somebody, having a neighbor, having roommates, being at work. And then the more I learn somebody's style of play, that becomes the known, that becomes the thing I have experience with. So then I can start doing scenes that we're a bunch of squids living under the sea, or and it's like keeping that balance of, I either need to be very comfortable with the people I'm playing with, or I need to be very comfortable with the type of scenes, so that I'm not feeling like everything is a surprise to me, or everything feels like, when I play with Josh now, we rarely do scenes or sets that have any grounding in reality, because we know the way we play so much and we want to keep it surprising. So that's the thing I've been thinking about. Is there anything that's been on your mind lately, or has been? Yeah,
I've been focusing a lot on like my scene partner, and like just like everything is in the scene partner. Like everything is a gift. And just like exploring the relationship in the scene. I think that's like, I'm going deeper into that right now, but also just the joy of just jumping in with something you don't know where you're going, like following your body more than your head. And I think that helps me a lot, because I'm such a like a physical actress and improviser that when I trust my body, there's just always something great that happens. So,
I love that. That's tremendous. That has come up a lot with improvisers outside of the United States, sort of emphasizing physicality and like movement. And that really makes me want to be like, oh yeah, what are we doing? We're just standing around talking. So I love that. Thank you so much for taking the time and sitting down with me.
Thank you.
Of course, this is a Iceland specific episode. So I'm gonna say, all right, we'll take a break and be back with.
So the whole company is like Improv Iceland.
Okay.
But the team name of my group is Fallega fólkið, which translates to the beautiful people.
Oh, great! All right, we're going to be back with the beautiful people. That's incredible. That I can pronounce. hey, just a little break from our sponsors. I wanted to record a new one so they didn't feel stale. We don't have sponsors. I do all this in my office that is a mess. And so I get to say, check out anything I want to say, check out. And it will be We Improv. If you're in Los Angeles, come check out a show. We have shows Wednesday night at 8, every other Thursday night around 7:30, Fridays at 7 and 8, and Saturdays at 6, 7, and 8. We also have a monthly People of Color Jam on Fridays at 6. That's the last Friday of the month. The first Sunday of the month, we have a all-women trans non-binary jam. And the last Sunday of the month, we have a women's open mic. So go to weimprov.org, check out our Instagram. If you want to come by, swing on by and do one of those things. All the shows are free. Check out classes or become a premium member. You can pay $10 a month, get 10% off all classes, get access to free drop-ins and mashups. And check out my book, Elevator Farts. It's all about improv. Has some exercises in there, some thoughts, some ideas, some notes of encouragement. Thanks for listening. All right, back to the show.
Please, everyone gather round.
Welcome back. That's how I've been doing this. It's been working pretty well. I'm here with the Icelandic improv team. The beautiful people is how it's translated. But how do you say it in Icelandic? Anyway.
It's fallega fólkið.
One more time.
Fallega fólkið. It's like it's a pretty ugly way to, or like a, it's an ugly sound.
Yes. It's hard for me to say if that, I don't associate that with the beautiful people, but I do now. Thanks for coming on and being a part of this. Would you want to go around and introduce yourselves? And save me the embarrassment of trying to read those names and doing a poor job of it.
Yeah.
My name is Steiney.
Hi, Steiney.
Hi, Jake.
My name is Björk. Björk.
Björk. Hi, Björk.
Hi, my name is Birnir.
What?
It's Birnir, but I've never met like an American person who can say the name. So,
well, I don't think I'll be the one, but Birnir.
Almost.
I keep getting almost, and I know that is improvisers being like, I can't yes and you, but I'll go as far as almost.
Yeah. I have had a lot worse.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. I'll take it.
Yeah.
What was the worst?
Some S's in there, like Birnish.
Oh yeah.
Too many S's, are you saying? There's
no S, but some people add an S to it.
Okay. One more time? I want to try one more time. I'm sorry.
Birnir.
Birnir.
Yes. You're doing it pretty well, Jake.
Oh, thank you. Welcome. And our last member of the beautiful people.
Yes, my name is Inka.
Inka. Okay. Great.
Yeah. Pretty easy.
A little simpler, but don't give me too much credit. I'll probably mess it up somewhere along the way. So how long have you all been a team?
Not long, actually. We just
3 months?
Switched. Yeah.
3 months. Okay. Great. 3 months. And was this a team that you all just decided to play together? Is that how that happened? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was also like an idea that we were a group that could practice during the day, because we are all like do some like projects and are more busy in the night.
Okay. based on availability.
So that's what we have in common.
Yes. But also, of course, that we liked each other as well.
Yeah.
And also, mostly the schedule thing.
Yes.
We are beautiful.
Yeah.
And that, of course.
Yeah. That was the first qualifier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you can see, not the audience,
right.
not the listeners, but you just have to imagine we're all beautiful.
Imagine the most beautiful people you've ever seen.
Imagine a symmetrical face, beautiful blue eyes, some tall nose, and great white teeth.
Yeah.
Great white
Is this ASMR or?
Yeah, you're doing great. People got it cranked up in their cars. And how did you settle on? You do up the stairs, down the stairs, right? Which I've never heard of. And I think Will Hines just put out a post where he was listing improv forms, and I don't think it was on there. So I guess maybe
it's called something else.
It could be, but as you described it to me, I'm unfamiliar with it. So, did you want to define it for our listeners, and then how did you land on that as a form?
We used it as a practice, and it has been used at least here in Iceland, the wintry land, as a practice format. But then we thought it could work as a stage mono scene, and it has been garnering some wide applause from the audience.
Okay, great.
Actually, it was like an accident, because we were gonna do the practice of going up the stairs, down the stairs, where each time you have to change scenarios. But I think you, Birnir, you decided to have it all in the same location.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that's why we did it the first time as a form, and we were all like, that's pretty good.
Actually, because I'm in another team, and we were practicing mono scenes. Practicing a mono scene, and we did this as a exercise for that, and then I did it with you guys on practice, and then so that's
okay.
Was it you, Inga? That was okay. It wasn't Birnir, it was Inga.
It was me, actually. It's
So I've done a version of the exercise where you start with a one-person scene, and then when somebody walks on, they change the scene, and then a third person walks on and they change the scene, and you're supposed to sort of honor the physicality, right? So, when somebody walks on and everybody's spinning pizzas above their head, and they walk on and they go, we got to change these big light bulbs or whatever, and it's like, okay, that's sort of changed it. And so as I understand it, you're doing that, but rather than changing the location, it's staying the location. Are the characters staying the same as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
But we've and I think that's maybe with a lot of things that we do, that we somebody learns an exercise or a form, and then bring it to Iceland, and it's I think it's like this. And then we just start figuring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like the olden times when you didn't have the internet. We're I heard of this.
Yes.
It becomes a thing.
Also, a lot of words in Icelandic are closet, which means toilet, but it sounds like closet in English. And I think it has something to do that they were going to the closet.
Yeah, to the water closet.
The water closet. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's not too far. But okay. I thought it was going to be a funny.
It comes from the English word, water closet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. But a closet doesn't mean like a closet. It just means toilet. It is the bowl that you do your things in,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wait, what does this have to do with the form?
It's always in a bathroom. We always do it in a bathroom.
Scenes.
Everyone is, and it's figuring out why more people are coming into the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah.
Just doing the same scenario over and over again. That's the form. No.
I love that. It kind of feels to me like the sort of the joke of like something getting translated and then like a book getting translated into another language and then translated back into the original language. And it's like, oh, we heard about this exercise. We think it goes like this. And then you make a form and then you tell me about it or you bring it up on the podcast and then people start doing it over here. And they're like, I think it all takes place in a toilet. Like,
Yeah.
But I love that. And I one of the things I've been trying to do with this podcast is like decentralize improv. So it feels like, oh yeah, great. My hope now is that there will be people in Los Angeles or wherever people listen to this and go like, oh, we should do up the stairs, down the stairs. Like, so that everything is like, we're trading back and forth a little bit more because I think it's grown to that space. And I'm constantly worried about being in my own feedback loop of it's just like, here's what I do. And then I watch people do it. And then what I teach them. And then I go, oh, interesting. And then I turn it around. But it's like, I'm not really getting any new information or new ideas. And I think Los Angeles sort of does that in general. It's just like, we're all kind of like just regurgitating what we already had. So getting, hearing about, oh, we're doing it this way. Or I spoke to somebody from Austin, Texas, and they're like, we do an improv fantasy league draft. And I told my partner about it and she was like, you should do that at We. And I was like, I don't have the time. And she was like, I'll do it. So she's been putting it together and it's been nice. Hugely popular in a way that I'm like, I've been trying to make something popular for 15 years. And in a month, people are like, have you heard about this improv draft? And it's like, oh, great. So, yeah. What do you all do? What do you do outside of improv together? Do you get together and do other things? That's what I ask teams usually is like, do you do stuff outside of improvise together?
We get
together.
What were the? What was that? I missed those.
We eat pizzas.
Okay, you eat pizza.
Have you heard of this food? It's like it's like a flat round bread with.
Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, you put some meat and cheese on top of it, maybe some vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, slice.
We usually just get margarita.
Oh, okay. You get a margarita pizza. And now is this like pre-show, post-show, or will you just do this even if you don't have any improv to do?
This is pre-show. We go get a pizza. And
okay.
Yeah, a margarita pizza. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Which is the best pizza place in Iceland. So if anybody listening is going to Iceland and you want to get good pizza, go to Baka Baka. BAKA.
When I was out there, we did not get pizza. I can't believe we didn't get pizza.
We will take you next time.
Okay, great. I had a great hot dog and a nice soup in a bread bowl. I remember that.
That's a classic.
Yeah, that's a classic.
It's like a hot dog and the lobster soup, for sure. But we've performed this form twice on stage.
Oh, okay.
And for both of these times, we went and got pizza beforehand.
Oh, okay.
And then we have a performance this Wednesday, and maybe we'll then do it the third time.
Make it a tradition.
Yeah, if we do it the third time, it will become a tradition. And we always have to do it, I think.
Yeah, so that sounds good.
We have to choose,
Maybe we can get like a sponsor from Baka Baka.
Oh.
Yes. Maybe we should wear like T-shirts with their logo or something.
Oh, I like that.
Or there's just like one props in every improv set, which is a pizza.
There's a pizza.
Everything is mine except
Yeah, I don't know if you want to put pizza in the toilet if you're trying to get a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a baka baka pizza in the toilet.
The form is it's always in a toilet and there's always pizza.
What a great form. You should really bring this to LA.
Yeah, done. I'll teach it later tonight. Do you have a coach? Do they come to your shows? How do you talk about your shows? Do you just sort of?
No, we need a coach.
Okay.
So if anybody listening wants to come and be our coach,
okay, we'll put the word out.
Yeah,
please, somebody
Be
from
careful.
LA, move.
You're going to get a lot.
Move to Iceland.
Well, this is post-election, so if you ask a bunch of improvisers to move to Iceland,
that's true.
You're gonna get. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. We're not going to pay anything, though. So.
They don't care. They're not getting paid out here.
Some pizza.
Oh, you're offering pizza? You're going to get everybody in Los Angeles.
We're offering somebody to come with us and buy their own pizza.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. You'll still get about 20 people. Do you talk about your shows after? Do you go like, this worked, this didn't work? Or do you just kind of go like...
Yeah, we do it like at practice, maybe afterwards.
Okay.
Like, because sometimes people are so like, it depends on the person. Some people are very sensitive, maybe like right after, because you're so like vulnerable straight after a show.
Yeah.
So yeah, we try to do it at maybe the practice. So everybody's like, has been able to think about it and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
It sounds okay. Great. Do you have now? Have you had people come up to you that you don't know and go like, "Oh, I saw your show. It was great." Do you get recognized walking around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
Not for this show though, because we've only done it twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But for other improv shows.
Yes. What were you doing before this form, or you've only done this twice because the team's that new?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like the format just started this season. This like, what do you say? This season?
Yeah.
This performing season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And before that, we were just doing it like it was like a 20 people performance group, and like the artistic director decided like who was going to play each Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Okay. And so now you play. Well, how often do you play?
So we are all in like more teams, I think. So yeah.
I think almost every Wednesday, like,
but not always as the beautiful people.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So yeah.
No, it doesn't always have the beautiful people.
No.
I'm
not
saying
always
like each of us is almost at every show. Like
individually, you all are there.
The beautiful people, they perform maybe once a month.
Okay.
Twice a month, maybe.
Yeah.
It's still like the beginning phase of like if this team like with teams in Iceland, like so you can ask us in like a year. And then we have like very like clear answers to all these questions.
Oh, okay. Great. These are the answers I'm looking for. I'm just curious. So you all have the days free. Is that correct? Is that part of the reason that you?
Some free times.
We are all artists, so yeah.
All artists. So I assume not just actors. Do we? Other types of artists? Yeah, Inka.
Yeah, I'm like I studied theater and performance making, and I also do stand up. So not really an actor, but like theater stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I am a playwright, and I was also in the same studies as Inga, so I also do some like devised theater and stuff.
Okay. Dane, for our listeners.
Yeah, for your. So I do. Acting and writing and rapping and like entertaining, I guess.
Okay.
Like a mix. Oh, I have a new job now, which is pretty exciting. I'm like writing for like this weekly show where I'm supposed to be like roasting all the politicians, like writing like, this politician did this week, so oh, you better watch out because then he's gonna be weird. Like, I don't know. Like you can hear, I'm very good at this.
Good.
Yeah. So no, I'm doing like a lot of like I didn't go to college or anything. I just like finished kind of high school, and then I've just been like figuring it out since.
Yes, we're all figuring it out. It sounds like you all have. It sounds like you have the skill set to maybe put together a Hamilton-like musical. We could we could write a musical with some rapping about politics, which is the whitest American thing I could say, probably. Of like, oh, y'all should do like a musical or a rapping politics musical. So stand-up seems to be having a little bit of a moment in Iceland. Is that right? It seems like.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why do you think that is?
Ooh, I think it's like an easy thing to do because you just like need a microphone and you can almost like do it at any place. And I think like a lot of people are jumping on it because of that. But I think it's also just like really exciting that a lot of people are trying it. And yeah, you know, it's kind of cheap to like do stand up. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think, I don't know.
I think it's also like, and I think it's also the fact that you can like, if you're good, then you can like get money fast here in Iceland. Like, because it's like popular to get like stand-up comedians to come to like a company party or something. Like people are always looking for something new to like get like, oh, we are getting this new stand-up comedian, you know? Yeah. So it's like a high reward, low effort. Low effort. I'm gonna use this for the TV show that I'm writing for. I'm really good with words, like you can hear.
I think Icelanders are also kind of very like fad driven, if that's a thing. It's like you see a lot of people doing stand up, and you're thinking like, well, I could do that also.
Yeah.
They're like, I see some people making jokes. I'm also a joke person.
Yeah.
So that's great.
And do you think like the fact that there's a lot of stand-up specials on like Netflix and streaming services has something to do with that? Like that's pushing the fad, or is there something local in Iceland that is sort of like making this a fad at the moment?
I think we're also special.
Yeah, okay. We all have something to say
at the same time.
Great.
Yeah.
Inga, you go.
I think it's like we're also just like so interested in other people now, I feel. And I feel like art is also going in that direction, that it's like very personal. And stand-up is that you are like alone on stage talking like a lot about yourself maybe, or like the people around you, or like what you feel or think about the world. So I think that is also like a contributing factor, that it is like getting more popular, that it's just like so personal.
Yeah, I love that. That's great.
I thought like, because you were talking about, like Netflix and stuff, how they have more like comedy specials, because we've had stand-up, like, but it only really started maybe, 15 years ago or something, with Iceland, which is like the stand-up group. And they all kind of did the same thing, which was just like telling jokes about like, hey, did you see this? Like, but not about themselves, but with the stand-up like specials, you can see just like how you can go any direction with like, you can't be personal, you can't be commenting on something, you can't be like, it's just like, I think it opened up like the minds maybe for a lot of people, like, oh, I don't connect with this, but I would like to do that, you know.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think it's because of all the things that's been happening in the world, that people are just like thirsty to see things from like humorous place, or like they just want more comedy and just to have a laugh and forget how fucked up the world is, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. My last question, then we'll do some improv, is there anything that you feel like is a fad in improv right now? Like, are you seeing a lot of this type of scene or that type of scene? I saw a scene yesterday where it was like people kept taking off VR goggles. Like, you'd see a scene and then somebody would take the goggles off, and they were like, and I was like, oh, I think that's going to start being a trend that I see more and more in improv, is like, instead of going like, pretending that the scene we saw was like a script or a page in a book and going like, oh, that was a weird book, going like, what a weird VR experience. Do you have anything that's sort of like sort of like showing up a lot, certain types of scenes?
There are like so many scenes that are happening in toilets right now. Like, this forum is getting super popular. It's like there are pizzas in the toilets.
Yeah.
Delivery guys bringing the meat and the cheese.
Well, that's been a staple of Los Angeles improv since I've been out here, is making it about toilets and pizza. So it's been a bit of a universal for us. Anything else that stands out that you're like, oh, it seems like we're doing a lot of comedy about this lately, or that?
I feel like
question.
Because of we just had the teams recently. Like, I feel like there's a lot of different things coming up right now. So there isn't like I can't like see any theme that's coming up, but more of just like exploring something that hasn't been done before, maybe by the group.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is there like, well, maybe we'll find out, but like, we had our elections, and then this last week it was like, there was a lot of like political improv scenes, but everybody was navigating them very carefully. Like, it was never, I didn't see any presidential election stuff, but I did see like scenes taking place at like, the ballots, or, somebody like talking about a campaign or whatever. But it was like, everybody was like, oh, this is on my mind, but I don't want to like be too politicized about this, but they were sort of, whereas I feel like in 2016, when we had our presidential election, it was like everything, people were trying to avoid it at all costs for it to come up in improv. And then 2020, it wasn't on anybody's mind, so it would show up all the time. And then just in the last week, it's like, oh, it's coming up, but people are trying to do it in a way that's like, this is on my mind, but I'm not trying to draw attention to it. Do you feel like there's anything in Iceland that is like oh, this happened. So then we saw a bunch of scenes about this for a while, or do you think that maybe stand up or the political roasts you're doing that's where that comes up more?
I just remember like in the spring, I think there were like 10. No, okay, maybe that's too much. Maybe though 5 like Wednesdays in a row were like Bjarni Ben, which was like in every single show. Everybody would always be labeled. He's been the prime minister. He's been the financial prime minister. He was the hvað var hann, utanríkisráðherra?
Foreign policy ministry.
He's done it all, and he's done so many
he always makes a shit job at it. It's like hired from the financial ministry, and then he was awarded with prime ministry.
Just failing upwards, sort of.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
They always call him Bjarni Teflon. You know the material Teflon?
Yeah, like nothing sticks
on
to him.
Hands, nothing sticks to him because he's done so many weird things.
Yeah, we've got our version of that.
He was in the Panama Papers.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh my god! Okay, that's a great example. I love that. That makes
so
sense. Go ahead.
No, it's just like an easy laugh, I guess, where it's just like a scene going on, and then all of a sudden, okay, Bjarni Ben, and everybody's like, oh my God, it's Bjarni Ben.
Yes, I love it. Truly my last question, but what about any trends with like naming teams? Like right now, for a long time, Los Angeles improv teams were all one word, Bitchin', Leroy, like everybody, Crush. And now they've all moved to be like titles or like we have Power of Attorney and Local Business Tycoon. Like it's now like long titles. Is the Beautiful People, does it stand out on its own, or are there other teams that are sort of like the Ugly People? I don't know what would be.
Yeah.
I think it's all very different names. I don't see like a trend in names.
No.
There's one that is really long, which is like Ingólfur Arnarsson og allt hans fylgdarlið. That is like a name of one name of team.
Okay.
And then there's another one called Hey.
Yes, I love it. I love that. It says, I don't think it really says anything if there's a trend, but it's very funny when there is, and then I think it's even funnier when there isn't. Of just like, no, But
I would say good observation though. From you on your behalf.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you all. I could probably spend the time better. I could the time to do something else other than go, oh, interesting. All these team names are similar. I'll be sure to
observational comedy.
Yeah, that'll be my stand-up routine. Did you ever notice how improv teams in Los Angeles all have names like this, and improv teams in Iceland all have names like that?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's clogged. I put some pizza there.
You put pizza in the toilet?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just kind of freaked out. So I had the pizza from before, and I was just like, I had the leftovers in the box, and I was just there, and then I was just like, it's weird if I bring it back out, and so I just like shoved it in the toilet, and now it's clogged, and I'm just like, oh, this is so embarrassing, and I'm like out there, and I'm on this like gonna meet some people that I always do this. Yeah,
you always do this. We always go out for pizza before a show, and you can never finish it, so you get a leftover box. And then we come over.
And I take it to the toilet.
I don't understand why you think it's like awkward for people to see you with a pizza box or like leftovers.
You're just gonna be like, oh, why can't she like finish her food? Like everybody else finished their pizza. Like, why does she still have leftovers? It's just like, oh, is she on a diet? Oh, does she think that she's better than us or something? And I'm just like, no, I just want to be equals, I'm
knock.
just like
knock. Inka, are you home?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Thank God you're home.
Yeah. What's up?
I'm on a date, and I need to. Can I use your restroom? Can I use your toilet?
So okay. Oh, you're on a date. That's fun.
I am on a date.
You really okay? Yeah. So it's clogged. It's full of pizza.
Oh no! I need to put my pizza in a toilet.
What?
I have pizza. I need to put it. I'm on a date, and I don't want her to know that I took the pizza leftovers. I need to put pizza in a toilet. Do you have another toilet I can put pizza in?
No, I just have the one. I just have one.
Jake, come on. What are we doing here at this door?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I've been having a wonderful time. I was just hoping to freshen up in the bathroom.
Okay, so you're knocking at this door here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, well, this is a friend of mine, and I have to come clean. I took pizza home from the restaurant, and I was gonna put it in Inka's toilet before we got back to my place.
Wow, that's very shameful, Jake. I can't believe this.
I'm so sorry.
What are you? Oh.
Hello, there was somebody else knocking.
Someone else is here.
I know.
Yeah,
it's my wedding night. It's supposed to be my wedding night, but I couldn't finish, the slice of the cake, and I thought it was so awkward. Can I please put it? I know it's a weird cake. It's shaped like a pizza. We wanted it to be like pizza, but can I put the cake pizza in your toilet?
Björk, what are you doing here? I'm kind of like, you didn't invite me to your wedding. I'm like that kind of sucks.
I'm so sorry. It's just like, I just thought it would be pretty awkward that you would do some improv stuff or something, So, I was scared of being embarrassed. But
I always do improv everywhere I go. So I can get that. Yeah. Okay, you guys, you can go to the bathroom if you want to put some more food in it. I guess I have to unclog it anyway. So, all right, just go in there, get in there, and I don't know.
Okay, cut to a birthday party. Hi, it's so nice that everybody could make it to my birthday. So Inka is here. She wanted to have a little speech, or is that what you're gonna do?
It's not really a speech. Yours. Okay, thank you so much. So I'm Inka. I don't know, many of you don't know me, but I am an improviser. So I thought I would just show you some improv. So the only thing I need, sorry.
I'm sorry. Is this a gift to Stene, or you're showing us your improv at Stene's birthday party?
Yeah, it's kind of like a gift to all of you, really. It should be really fun. Are you gonna be doing it alone? I've just seen improvised comedy with a bunch of people.
Yeah, so I have done it with people. I find it best when I do it alone.
Okay, that's kind of
people. Yeah.
That's just stand-up comedy, right? Why don't you just do stand-up comedy then?
Well, I didn't really. I don't have anything prepared, so that makes it improv. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
So maybe make it about me then, if it's my birthday, or
maybe we'll see. So if I can get a word, a suggestion.
Stene's birthday.
Oh, Stene's birthday. Okay. Very good. Thank you so much. All right, I'm just getting ready for Stene's birthday here in my apartment.
We can see that she puts on an improv hat and an improv cloak.
I never go anywhere without my cloak. This will be so much fun, and I think everybody at the party will love my cloak.
We can see that she is putting on some moon boots. She is casting some glimmer into the air to get ready, to get into the mood. She is turning off the lights. She lights a small candle.
I hope you all get my mime.
It does like a satanic star on the floor.
I just want to put this star on the floor.
She takes like a hamster out of her pocket, like a real live hamster, like not an improv hamster, and puts it on top of the star, satanic star. Excuse me, Inga, what is going on? This is not improv anymore.
No, this is actually a satanic ritual.
Oh.
This is I will be killing the hamster.
No, please
Inga,
don't.
Please don't do that. It's my birthday.
Inga takes out a very big knife.
It's a part of the ritual.
What?
It's a part of the ritual.
I thought this was supposed to be improvised.
Yeah, so I start with improv and I go into like this satanic
She
ritual, and
takes out she takes out like a medieval, or like medieval, like a where the hat is like an axe, like a tiny hamster.
Guillotine.
Yeah, guillotine.
Yeah.
Did you make that?
Yeah, I made it in hamster size.
Inga, please, can you please not do this here at my birthday party? This is fucked up.
I'm sorry, Steny. I have to finish the ritual.
Why? Why do you have to finish it? Why do you have to do this at my birthday?
Please
This
don't.
is my... What?
I just said, please don't do this.
Oh, I have to do it. This is like what I do. This is like what I came here on earth to do, like show people improv, make them laugh, and then do like a satanic ritual. This is like why people don't want to improvise with me. So that's why I've been doing it alone, because like my team was like, they did not like the satanic ritual.
Okay, cut to a former sat with her team. No, we're still at the mall. We're not at a church anymore. Like
we're at the church. And we have to kill them.
No, cut back to the mall. Cut back to the mall.
Okay. Hey, Mom, I would like to buy a dress for my
We cut back to the church. We cut back to the church.
No, we cut back to the mall. We cut back to the mall. Yeah, you can get a dress. No problem.
Thank you.
What color? Maybe a pink one, because you love pink.
I would love pink with the flowers and the unicorn.
Hey, guys, did you know there's like a church in this mall?
Yeah. Oh.
There's like a church in the mall.
No, it closed down. The church in the mall closed down many years ago. There's not a church in the mall.
Oh, it closed down. Oh, but I think you can like still get in there, and like if you want to perform any rituals.
Mom, why is this weird woman here?
No.
Inga, please don't. Please, Inga, don't bring out the hamster. Don't bring out the hamster.
No. We said no more hamsters at the
I have
show.
to kill it. I have to kill it.
Is that a tiny gun? Are you making the hamster hold a tiny gun?
Yeah, I made it.
Are you
Are you going to frame the hamster as it was a suicide? Or?
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
We cut to later in that apartment with a tiny chalk outline of a hamster, and then 2 investigators.
So it looks like the hamster killed himself.
Okay, let's not jump to any conclusions yet. We don't know that for certain. Yes, of
I'm
course.
just seeing that the hamster. It looks like he was holding a tiny gun, and you can see that this is a very tiny letter he left behind.
Yes. Don't you find that a little suspicious that this tiny hamster learned to write a little letter and found a little gun?
I feel like you're being a little bit of speciesist. You're thinking just because he's a hamster that he cannot have feelings, he cannot feel bad.
I'm not saying he can't feel bad, but I've seen a hamster run on a wheel. I haven't seen them write down information and lose the will to live.
Just because you haven't seen a hamster write a letter does not mean a hamster cannot write a letter. This is always the same matter with you. It's just the same as when you said the horse couldn't knit.
Yeah, I don't think that horse knit a noose and hung itself. I think there is somebody framing animals for suicide. What does the letter say? Read me the hamster letter.
I, Mr. Hamster.
Oh, that's his name.
Yes. Will you please let me finish the letter?
I'm so sorry. Go on. I'm so sorry.
So I'm Mr. Hamster. I've been feeling a little bit down the past 1 year, half of my life.
Does it say why he's feeling down?
I've been stuck in a cage for all my life, and now I see that there's a wonderful world outside of this cage. I want to be a part of it, and I've tried my best to find a way out of this cage, but I feel like this is my only shot at freedom. So I will take the gun into my little paw, pull the trigger, and goodbye, world. Signed, Mr. Hamster.
Okay. Aside from his name being Mr. Hamster, he couldn't get out of the cage, but he secured his own firearm. You don't find that a little suspicious? He's stuck in the cage, but somehow he was able to get a gun for his little hands.
Do you think hamsters don't have the internet?
No, I don't think hamsters have the internet.
Okay, we cut to like a hamster mafia meeting. Okay, Sillo Hamster. Mr. Sillo Hamster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's you. That's you.
Okay.
Did you finish the job?
Yes, I finished the job. It looks like a suicide. We'll be able to collect the Mr. Hamster's life insurance policy.
Did you make him write the letter so they don't like you? Made him write the letter right so they don't know it's your handwriting.
Yeah. Yes, I
You
made.
think this is funny?
No, I
Zero
don't.
Hamster.
No, I don't think it's funny. I'm sorry. I made him write the letter under duress.
Okay, cut to the police station with the officers from before. I've been looking over your skýrsla. What do you say that in English? Skýrsla.
Report.
The report.
Mm-hmm.
You worked it out pretty well, but I had to notice that so the letter that the Mr. Hamster left, obviously not his handwriting. How could you miss that?
I'm suspecting that there's a hamster mafia ring.
Okay. Now you're suspecting.
That's what I've been thinking too.
You've been thinking the same thing.
Exactly. I've been thinking the same thing.
So it's because the handwriting didn't match the hamster. That's what we're saying. We had samples of the hamster's handwriting and it didn't match. And so now we think there's a hamster mafia. Is that what I'm?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Can I get a new partner? Can I get transferred to another department?
Yeah, sure. You can work with Santi. Santi.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Santi is working on some cases with some horses.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I get one human case? Can I have a case?
We live in the rural part of America. There are so many animals here. There are so few humans. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want the people to die?
No, I don't want people to die, but I have to assume there are crimes outside of what sounds like animal mafias.
So did you say you wanted to work on reports with human or like cases with human?
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Ronnie Rat. I've been working on homicide for the last year, you know.
Human homicide?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll take a rat as a partner if it gets me out of animal crimes. What's the human crime we're looking at?
There, some horse has been killing some humans.
Okay, that's a step in the right direction. Can I be honest? Your breath smells of cheese. Are you eating cheese on the job?
That's so racist. That's so. No, wait. I'm in species.
I'm not. I just want to make sure that I'm out in the field with a sober officer, a partner. I don't want you all hopped up on cheese.
Well, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm cheesist. I'm drunk on cheese right now.
Yeah, you're drunk on cheese.
Best in the business. Yep.
You're the best in the business. Okay, you're the best in the business at human homicide, and you're a drunk rat. That's what I'm dealing with. Okay, all right. Tell me what happened. We've got a dead human. We think some horses did it. What's the evidence?
Oh, it was like a affair. It was like a love triangle.
A love triangle? Horse, human, or human, horse?
The human was having an affair with the horse, and the horse had a partner. Or we're investigating that.
So the human is dead, and we think the horse killed him out of jealousy?
Yeah, that's right, sir. Have you never heard of how love can make people do crazy shit?
I have heard of love making people do crazy shit. People.
And horses and rats and all the species. Have you seen ants recently?
The movie Ants?
Yeah.
No, it's been a minute since I've seen the movie Ants. All right, let's go interview those horses, I guess. Cut to the horses interview.
Okay, so you're telling me that you were alone walking around eating hay or grass at the same time the murder happened. Mr. Horse.
Yes. This is exactly. I was running my usual circle. I'm a long distance running horse. So I was just practicing for the next horse marathon.
Did you know that your lady was having an affair with Mr. Robinson?
No. Oh my God! Was he having an affair with Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
This comes as a complete shock to me.
Can we? I understand it must be shocking. Can we get you something, an apple or a fistful of grain?
Do you have a sugar cube?
Yeah, we can get you a sugar cube while you process this. I'll be back.
Who is this guy that is with you, Mr. Rat?
He is so bad. He is so fucking bad. I'm telling you. I'm like, I couldn't have asked for a worse partner.
He kind of smells like a toilet. I would have to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It smells like shit.
Am I being racist or like?
No, I can feel too.
Yeah.
Here's your sugar cube. You should know this, Mr. Rat. That's a two-way mirror. I was on the other side of it. I could hear that entire conversation. You sold me out to the... Good?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be working together.
Yeah, you're supposed to take a shower before you go to work.
I'm sorry. I'd love to have taken a shower, but my toilet is clogged with pizza, and
How's that related to your shower?
Because I like to use the toilet and then take a shower. And if I can't use the toilet, I can't do step 1. I can't do step 2.
That's why nobody wants working with you.
Nobody wants to work with me. I'm stuck working with farm animals. Do you not understand this?
Can't you see how much hate speech that is, sir? That's so hateful.
I'm trying my best. You guys, I was a detective for 40 years, and now I'm here solving animal crimes, and my partner is bad-mouthing me to a lying, murderous horse, if I'm being honest.
Well.
I took out Björk and Jake. All right, Mr. Horse, this is a mafia horse meeting. Did you make the horse that you killed? No, it was a human. Did you make the human that you killed write his own letter?
Yes.
Great. Very good.
Yeah.
And you wrote, "It's me, Mr. Human. I've been feeling down," right? Just a basic.
Yeah, I've been stuck in a cage for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Half of my life.
Very good. The horse mafia lives. Yeah. All right. So, yeah.
We see Inca put on a hat and a cloak.
So I'm going to his birthday party. I'm done for the day.
For your upstairs, downstairs, do you just get a suggestion? Do you do an opening?
We usually get like a location.
Your location is a castle dungeon.
Oh,
Castle dungeon. Oh my God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25 days. 25 days and 15 years and 239 to go. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's 25 marks on the wall. This is not going to break me. This is not going to break me, by the way. Mr. Guard. I don't regret anything. You hear that? I would kill the king again if I would get the chance.
I hear what you're saying. Of course, I hear everything you say.
Yeah.
And do not talk about the new king like that. The new king, he is absolutely wonderful. I can tell you that.
Well, I wouldn't know. I haven't met him, but I know the old one sucked. He sucked cock. No, I don't mean that as like a bad thing, but I mean just like I'm trying to curse here, you know. He sucked like a piece of furniture.
Yeah, well, you were like a hirðfífl. What is it?
Like an entertainer at the castle.
Yeah, you were an entertainer at the castle. You were a joker.
Yeah, I was the joker.
Yeah, and he didn't like you.
No, he never laughed at my jokes, so I killed him.
Yep. And now you have what? 200? What did you say?
I have
200.
15 years and 239 days to go.
Yeah.
I hate that. Hate that piece of garbage.
I know, but the new king, he is truly wonderful, and he gives me hope. I have to say, you know, I'm a simple man, and in my everyday, he gives me hope. I'm having marital problems now.
And how does he give you hope?
I don't know. He just like kind of does. He has like this beard, like this big beard, and
what does that have to do with your marriage? That he has a beard?
No, it's more like it's like a soothing beard. He like, and his voice is soothing. I think I like the king. I think I am in love with him. I'm kind of actually realizing this now. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Maybe because you cannot tell anyone because you are just alone in this dungeon.
Whoa! What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Are you gonna try to get with him?
Are you gonna
tell him how you feel?
We're both married men. We are both married. True. So it doesn't even matter.
If there's anything that this dungeon has taught me is that life is never goes the way you expect.
Whoa!
So maybe you should just tell him.
Whoa! I really like it when you stop counting and start speaking. It's like it can be like tiring to hear you count all day. So you actually have some wisdom. But you're a joker. Tell me one joke to cheer me up, maybe, or
I'm. What's the point? I'm gonna be in prison for another 15 years and 239 days. I will tell you a joke if you give me something.
Oh. What?
I want the muffa.
The food or the sex toy?
The sex toy.
Knock.
Oh.
Hi guys. Hello. Sorry to interrupt you. It's me, the new king. I'm just taking a tour of all my kingdom and just checking in with the people of this country. Hello, Joker. I knew you murdered my predecessor. But I would think like this is a new country. It's like under me, this is a new here we talk to people and we just try to get along the best we can.
He's so charming. He's so charming.
That's great.
Guys, tell me, what is your favorite meal?
Me?
Meal?
No, are you asking me?
I'm asking you, the Joker,
Wow.
and also the guard. Hello there. Oh, wow. Hello.
Hey, the super.
Oh, wow.
It's so nice to see you.
Hi,
I
nice,
loved having
nice
like
hair you got there. It's like
Yeah, yeah,
like this. It's cut like a fringe.
yeah.
Then it's like but it's all the same length around the head somehow.
Yes,
Like
thank
it's
you so
like
much.
and your prince
Wow.
called Valiant had the same haircut.
Yeah, yes, thank you so much, and thank you for noticing how it is like the same length all around. I try to have it that way.
Yeah,
But,
I see. Yeah.
wow,
But
you're
then,
so charming.
yeah.
Oh.
But enough about us. Tell us more about you.
How are you today?
Me? Well, I'm happy. I've been checking out all the murderers and mischief people of this realm. And I've seen some beautiful things in these people. I've seen people who have murdered whole villages, pillaged and burned houses.
And you find that
destroyed.
beautiful?
Well, it can be beautiful if you look at it that way.
Oh,
If it makes you happy, then I don't see why you shouldn't do it.
Wow.
wow. So if I tell you that it kind of made me happy that I killed your father,
Yes.
do you maybe let me go free?
No. I'm just like, of course, you're sentenced to 15 years more, and but I at least that you enjoyed it. I am, of course, grief-stricken, but that you enjoyed it. Well, at least that's that. There's that.
Okay. Wow, you're so charming.
Oh, this is my trumpeter.
Mikey! Mikey! Oh, I was sent here to give you this letter. There has been an uprising in the town of Glucose.
Glucose? That's the next town to us.
Yes.
Sugar.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh no, not in
Hello.
glucose.
Oh, that's your hometown.
Yeah. All we have to eat is bread.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, my king. I read your letter just to see if it would make you happy or mad. But it's actually that the uprising is they want something more than bread. They maybe want tomato as well and the cucumbers.
Tomatoes? Never. They will never have the tomatoes. This is the tomato town, Sugar. Here in Sugar, we do tomatoes. And this tomatoes is only for us.
I know, sir. My king, I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I sometimes wonder if it would be better if all the villages could have a little bit of everything and not just one category of food. That's why the uprising is always happening all around us.
Is an insane suggestion.
Sorry, sir.
Dear
Sorry, my
messenger,
king.
what are you trying to do? Are you trying to make me angry here? Are you trying? I feel like that you're pinching the points in me that I don't want to be pinched in. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are for us.
Sorry, my king, but they are coming. They are like thousands of them walking to the walls of the kingdom. And
I don't believe you. You are a scoundrel. And the new king takes this messenger by the neck and strangles him.
Oh
Don't
my
bring
God.
me such awful ideas.
That's a terrible idea.
We should.
tomatoes.
The messenger loses meðvitund
Loses consciousness.
and falls down to the floor.
Yeah. Okay, so now we've dealt with this trouble. So
Well done, King.
Is he dead?
I think.
Did you kill the messenger?
Do you know the concept of chokehold? So it's that you kind of hold the neck so that the main artillery doesn't get enough oxygen to the brain, so you just like fall. It's like a nice cozy sleep instead of like a.
You're so charming.
Yeah, thank you.
That's so nice. to not kill him, just let him sleep for a bit.
Yeah, I could see that he was stressed. He had been running, he had been trumpeteering all around. He needed a little bit of rest, and I knew that he's a good man. He would not allow himself to rest until this mad thing, this uprising, would be finished. So I just thought, let's give him a little sleep.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I think,
do you have a local hairdresser here in Sugar? Or
yes, I do actually.
Wow.
You see that all three of them have a boner.
Wow.
I do have, yeah.
I wish I could, come and stand, with you on the other side of these bars, but I'm just in the dungeon.
Wow. These are some very exciting. I think you'll have to have me a little bit excused. There's a part of the realm of Sugar I need to attend to, a certain hairdresser type. So see you later, my people. And the new king exits gingerly. He walks, with feet apart, and slams the door behind him.
And he drags the messenger with him, and he's conscious. No, he's unconscious. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what were we talking about? You want me to give you a sex toy?
Yeah, I can tell you a joke if you give me a sex toy. That's like what I'm most worried about being here by myself,
Yeah.
Also, just I like the word mufa.
Yeah. I think.
Could you maybe?
Yeah,
I'll tell you a little joke.
You can tell me a little joke. Yeah, I could get you like the sex toys that we have here in. Like it's just like a ring.
Do you mean the rings that are like the handcuffs?
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna fit.
My boner is gone. I think this is my boner is gone. This is getting kind of boring.
Well, I guess then just like if you get the chance, you go to the town and maybe get like a mufa later.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I'm done for the day. So I'm done for the day. So there should be another guard coming soon. So I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay, maybe I'll just count again, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It's 25. And then 15 years, 239 days to go.
We see his boner getting bigger.
Nice.
Nice.
That was incredible. Truly, truly awesome. I'm going to spread the word about the beautiful people's toilet up the stairs, down the stairs. Anything you'd like to promote or give shout outs to? Anything coming
Just
up?
like if you're going to Iceland, like hit us up. Like let us know. Like we do shows in Icelandic, like Improv Iceland does shows in Icelandic every Wednesday during the winter. We have done sometimes we do shows in English. But it's hard to sell them because people in Iceland speak Icelandic.
Right.
So but sometimes we've done it in English, like in the summertime.
Okay. And where would people hit you up if they were coming? Where would be a good place to get information or reach out?
Slide into our DMs.
Okay. Yes. Slide into the beautiful people's DMs.
Or like our personal Instagram.
Yeah.
Or Improv Iceland,
Or
Improv Iceland.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the easiest ones to remember is Improv Iceland on Instagram or Björk Guõmundsdottir, just like the singer.
Okay.
Slide into.
Great.
You will notice the difference. Like, so don't slide into DMs of the singer, just the other one.
Okay. All right. Everybody got that? Make sure it's not the singer, but the other one, or Improv Iceland. This has been so great. I had a blast playing with y'all and talking with y'all and watching your set. Thank you, the beautiful people, or how is it pronounced again in Iceland?
Fallega fólkið.
Yes, excellent.
Thanks so much for listening to Wimpy. We Improv Makes Podcast for you with me, Jake Jabor. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to shout out Lisa Gilroy for letting me use her music. That was truly awesome. She's the best. And I want to thank my guests who took time to interview with me. And I want to shout out the teams who came down and improvised and let me play with them. You all have made my life much, much better. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in classes and shows, you can check out weimprov.org or follow us on Instagram at weimprov. We also have merchandise. Get a hat, get a shirt, get a hoodie. If you want exclusive merchandise, you can join Premium memberships for as little as $10 a month. And check out my book, Elevator Farts. It's exercises, offers, and notes of encouragement for improvising. I think it's pretty great. It's small. I call it a lap book. Fits on your lap. Keep it in your back pocket. Take it to your improv class. Say, Jake says to do it differently. They'll say, who the fuck is he? And you'll go, good point. And then you can just put it in one of those tiny free libraries. This has been Wimpy. I've been Jake. You've been wonderful. Ta-ta.